In homeopathic practice, repertorization is not merely selecting the rubrics. It is an art of understanding relationships between the symptoms. While studying repertories like Kent's Repertory and Bonigason's Therapeutic Pocketbook, we often come across the small words like see also, or compare. Many students they ignore them, but in reality, these small directions can completely change the accuracy of our prescription. These guiding tools are called cross references, and today we will clearly understand what they are, why they are important, and how they improve remedy selection, especially for the clinical practice or examination purpose. Now we'll see the definition. A cross reference is a reference from one rubric to another rubric within the repertory, usually indicated by words like see also, or compare. Cross references are directions given under a rubric that guide the physician to another related rubric where the symptom may be more fully or accurately represented. They serve as navigational aid inside the repertory. Sometimes a symptom appears similar, but its deeper meaning lies under another rubric. Instead of repeating content everywhere, repertory authors intelligently use cross references. Now we see example. For example, in Kent's Repertory under mind, fear, death, you may find a reference directing you to mind, anxiety, death about. Now clinically, fear of death and anxiety about death are not exactly the same. Fear may be sudden and intense, while anxiety may be continuous and anticipatory. If a student ignores the cross-reference, he may miss an important rubric and the final remedy may change. Let us take another example now. Suppose a patient says, "Doctor, I feel worse before a storm." If you directly look under the storm, you might find limited remedies, but a cross reference may guide you to weather, storm, before. This ensures correct placement of the modality. In Bonigason's Therapeutic Pocketbook, cross references are even more important because of his concept of generalization. A particular symptom in one part may refer you to a general modality. This helps expand the totality instead of restricting it. So, cross references prevent incomplete totality, then repetition errors, then missing important rubrics, then superficial repertorization. They deepen analytical thinking and improve the precision. Now we see the clinical importance of the cross references. They improve accuracy. They help in differentiation. They clarify subtle mental symptoms. They strengthen final remedy analysis. They are small in appearance but powerful in impact. Now we will see the concluding part. To conclude, cross references are not mere printing directions inside a repertory. They are intellectual bridges built by our masters like James Tyler Kent and Bonigason to guide us towards the deeper understanding. A careful physician never ignores them. In repertory, accuracy lies not only in selecting the rubrics but in understanding their relationships, and cross references silently guides us toward that perfection. So next time you open your repertory, do not skip those small words. See, compare, see also, because sometimes the correct remedy is hiding there. Thank you.